Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Rice and Beans Cast. It is Season 2, Episode 7. It is February 16th, 2022. And yeah, how's your week been so far, Shu?
Pretty good. A lot better than last week. Makes me kind of happy. So, yeah. What about you?
Nice. It's snowing again, and I hate life.
Oh.
Mostly just because it's snowing again.
We got lucky. The snow went over us and then just hit the mountains like directly.
It is currently not snowing as I just looked out the window, but like it was snowing pretty much from when I woke up to when I got off work, and then it just barely stopped. But I'm guessing it's going to be starting up again tonight, and then I'm going to have to wake up early and shovel the snow. Yay. I mean, that's pretty much how my week's been. Is I saw the news of it's gonna snow soon, and I was just sad. You got lucky, and I'm sad about that too, I guess. I want you to suffer with me, but
No, not anymore.
yeah. But I'm surprised of how fast this month has been going by for me, at least. Like, a week has already passed, and it feels like we just talked about the Super Bowl, but now we know the results of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Your
Fuck
thoughts?
the Bengals.
They dropped the ball, huh?
Yeah, fuck the Bengals. Everyone's just like, oh, they lost because of a call. It's like, well, they got there because of a call. Raiders would have beat them. But hey, I don't feel bad for them anymore.
What is it? I didn't watch it because I didn't want to pay like $60 to ESPN just to watch it. So I was like, just look up who wins. But what I want to know, because I believe this is the reason most people watch the Super Bowl, is what was the halftime show like?
It was pretty good. That was like the music I grew up with. Like I remember driving around in my brother's car, like when he turned 16, and like he was just playing the shit out of those albums. So it took me back. It was pretty cool.
Who was it? Wasn't it like Dre,
Eminem.
Thank you.
Mary J. Blige.
I don't know who it is. All
50
I knew
Cent.
Okay. Was there anyone else?
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I don't know like half of those people. I can barely say the one person I do know in that group. Yeah, I usually like will try to find a YouTube video of finding like the halftime show that happened during whatever year it was, but I don't know. I forgot to do that, I guess. I've just work has killed me, I feel like. But I was listening to someone else talk about the Super Bowl and stuff, and these are people who actually live in LA, and they're talking about like, yeah, no one here actually cares about the Rams, like kind of how you said, like none of them are like Ram fans actually, but now that they've won, everyone there is like super happy.
Yeah,
for some reason it does.
Yeah,
like it doesn't make sense at all. And what was it? I think Cincinnati like closed down, like didn't they close down a bunch of their shit so everyone can like watch the Super Bowl and then celebrate because they thought they were gonna win?
Yeah, they they shut kids didn't have to go to school the following Monday. A lot of state governments places weren't open as long as it wasn't like medical places. It was honestly kind of sad. And then they lost, and then it was really funny again.
We're gonna close all this down because we know we're gonna win, and the next day comes around and it's like, okay, we're gonna keep everything closed because we're just super depressed. And it was when I heard that they did that before, like we knew the results of the Super Bowl, and then we knew the results of the Super Bowl. It was like, oh, you guys shouldn't have done that. Probably this was.
You guys are kind of dipshits.
You're a little too cocky, huh?
I did. The only time I really felt bad for Cincinnati, is right after they lost. So they'll like interview the losing team on every other football game. Apparently they do this in the Super Bowl too, which, you know, losing like the biggest game of your life for something that you've been working your whole life for, kind of defeating. They fucking interview the head coach in the hallway outside the locker room. Keep in mind, the Rams just won the stadium, so it's super loud in there. In that hallway outside that locker room, you could hear a fucking fly fart. It's that quiet. And they put up on the fucking screen Cincinnati's 0-3 in Super Bowls. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
Damn.
It is. They did not hold anything back. I was like, dude, I hate the fucking Bengals, but you know what? They didn't deserve that shit. That's fucked up. Funny, but fucked up.
It is funny. They really wanted to just dig in that knife that was already stabbed into them after that loss, didn't they?
Yeah, they really like that shit.
Well, I don't know about you, Shu, but this week I kind of wanted to keep things a little bit more lighthearted since the last couple of weeks we've just talked about really sad people of, drinking, brushing their teeth with, their milk and, and all that.
Milk,
really,
lemonade.
I
brush my teeth. No,
gross stuff. Yeah, please don't. We all know what you brush your teeth with. I have to send it to you every month. No. So I thought I'd find a little bit more lighthearted stuff, and then a couple things that I hate with a passion now. I'll keep it a little more lighthearted, I guess. First, I'll get the one kind of sad news I have, but I don't think anyone actually cares anymore about this stuff, which is Nintendo is closing down their 3DS and Wii U shop this year, or in 2023, but it kind of already happened because I don't know if you know this, but both those consoles are practically dead.
I still have my 3DS sitting in my entertainment center drawer. It's just hanging out in there.
Yeah, 3DS was a really good console. The whole 3D premise was not actually the selling point of it, apparently, because no one cared about that at all. And then they also made just a 2DS, which was a DS.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
yeah.
and then the Wii U shop, no one bought a Wii U. And it's strange to me that they had different shops for the Wii and then the Wii U, because you would think they'd be the exact same kind of shop.
No.
Yeah, not at all, apparently.
I guess a lot of people bought the Wii U because it came with an even larger amount of virtual console titles. So, like, you could go back and buy damn near all of the Nintendo 64 and GameCube library.
Yeah, and now they're discontinuing their shop, which also means that all of that, like, classic content that they had on there is going to be gone, because as they said, they are not planning to have another way for people to get this stuff. So like all the classic like N64 stuff, like you can't get it anymore unless you buy like their online subscription thing now. And so everyone's kind of salty about that, I guess, but at the same time, I think they only sold like 13 million Wii U's.
Download a fucking emulator, for fuck's sakes.
Exactly. That's the other point I wanted to get to with this article, actually, is that one of the comments on this article is saying that piracy is now the only realistic way to maintain like to archive video games. And do you agree with that statement? Because I do. I think so.
Yeah, if they're not going to, like, release everything at a reasonable price, I don't think you can bitch if shit's being stolen from 20 years ago.
Yeah. I mean...
30.
What is it? Pokemon Soul Silver and Heart Gold are some of the most expensive Pokemon games out there because it came with a little walker thing that counted your steps, and you could, like, transfer your Pokemon into that and then take it on walks, and as you walk, it'd like gain XP, and it'd like find you items and stuff, and then you get to add all that stuff back into your game. Everyone loved those games, and now they're like $200-$300 for used, and that's without the walker on it. And also, these are good games because it's like, oh, you get to collect 16 badges rather than just the normal 8 in every other Pokemon game. And now I have both versions on my computer, like, just like that. And I don't know where these laws come in or whatnot of this is illegal or whatever, but from what I've been told, as long as you own the physical copy of the game, you're allowed to emulate it. So
yeah, I own
Yeah.
every single Nintendo 64 and GameCube game.
Yeah. I do own every Pokemon game, unfortunately. And if it's not me who owns it, it's my sister who owns it, which, in
It's
my
still mine.
mind, family owning it is all my property too. So, yeah, I just wanted to get your takes to see if you thought piracy was the same thing, because it's the same way that we still have the original Cats movie too, is because it got pirated. And so if you ever want to get really, really high and get scared out of your mind, you could go watch the original Cats movie that came out, the musical. So it's just kind of the same thing. It's like piracy is just stop giving it like such a bad rap. It's a good tool to archive stuff. Same thing with like torrents, right?
I think to like a certain extent, right? Like, I mean, I guess you
Yeah.
can make that argument for Nintendo, but they are just charging way too much for all of that shit, for literally like a handful of games.
Yeah, I don't pay for Nintendo Online because someone else pays for it, and then I just kind of, leech off them. But from what I could tell from looking on there, there's maybe 50 games, and about 3/4 of them, like, never heard of them. Never ever heard of them. They're just random games that like didn't sell well, so they're trying to add it onto their service to add in like the extra like cushion of extra content in there, so people would buy it. But it's just Nintendo's going down. It sucks.
I don't
Go
know.
ahead.
I mean, and then you read the reports of like the games on there. It's literally just emulators that they just put on the store, and then they're charging for them. So it's just like, all right.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta close my door. My mom just walked in. But I will start by saying this is now we're going into a little bit of the Twitch news stuff, and you can always go with the classic, Pokemon did this, people got banned for this stuff, right on there. I went with a couple more lighthearted things that aren't exactly great, but I'll tell them to you if you would like.
I don't give a shit.
First things first. This is a great article. Totally not sarcastic or making fun of this at all. But a Twitch streamer was choked out live while filming.
Like passed out or killed?
Passed out, I believe.
Oh, it's an autoerotic thing.
Yeah, kind of. It was in Amsterdam. So they are still looking for the assailant that did this. Let's see now. A Twitch streamer.
There's no violence in European countries. They know everything.
Oh yeah, totally. A Twitch streamer was assaulted while streaming live from Amsterdam late last night. I think his name is Redempto. I'm not exactly sure. He's also known as the outdoor IRL guy on there, I guess. But he's an American living in Amsterdam since 2009. And according to his Twitch profile, he started streaming with the intent of learning more about Amsterdam, Dutch culture, and to practice the local dialect before applying for citizenship in 2024. So, anyway, this is where the irony comes in. Last night, it doesn't say late, but Redempto was walking downtown Amsterdam with a selfie stick, as he frequently does, after noting how he feels totally fine thanks to the police stations everywhere. He's then approached by an intoxicated man who seems to take offense to the Twitch streamer's presence and starts choking him. And the quote that we have from the assailant on the stream, past broadcast, is, "I'm live on Twitch, and I'm gonna kill this motherfucker if he's gonna do it," the assailant says as he grabs Redempto by the throat. And then it just goes on with more of the dialogue from here. It's like, "Oh God, let me go, man. No, seriously, let the fuck go of me." And after that, the screen just goes to black, because I'm guessing what they say is he dropped the selfie stick and ended the stream there. I guess it broke or something. I'm not entirely sure how that worked. But yeah, he survived with no lasting injuries. And The only reason he's fine is because of all the nearby police stations was able to help him. So, there you go.
It was Kalen, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Kalen. I mean, I'll send you the image of the guy right here. I'd say the guy in the back looks like Kalen, right? Kalen with hair, at least.
No. No.
But yeah, thanks to the recording or the past broadcasts on Twitch and stuff, all the police are able to find this guy pretty easily because his height, his facial features, the jacket he's wearing, what not in, all that stuff. But yeah, that's Article 1 of Twitch News. You ready for the next lighthearted one?
Yeah. That's lighthearted. A man gets choked out.
It's better than drinking your own period blood in my mind.
Okay.
And sharing it on TikTok at least.
I mean, from what Kalen said, chances are they won't actually find that guy. They don't really give a shit what happens to like foreigners in Sweden.
Yeah, most likely they won't. I just I think it's funny how he's always like, "Oh, I feel so safe here. All the police stations." At the same time, it feels kind of staged,
Yeah.
But I guess I won't say anything about that because maybe it isn't, and I'd be an asshole, right?
I can only go off what the man tells me. What he tells me is that government officials and banking officials do not like it when you're anything but Swedish.
Yeah, Kalen. Police enter Twitch streamer's home after screaming for help. ... in Apex Legends. So, here we go in this one, right? A Twitch streamer cries for help from his teammates result in police literally showing up at his home at his home in what was one of the wildest clips of the year already, says this article, which I don't believe. Communication in video game is key, and cooperation with your teammates is crucial to success. Calling out enemy positions and forming strategies are part of the game for anyone looking for a competitive edge. Sometimes, however, players can get a bit too loud, and it turns out there can be some serious repercussions. So, that's the first 3 paragraphs of this article. I'm just getting a drink of water. And let's see. This guy's the streamer's name is Vuzby, I believe. Vuzby. First off, he's playing Apex Legends, which I didn't know people really did that anymore. So he's crying out for help from his teammates. Kind of in like a joking way, but at the same time, he's like, getting shot at.
Is he in an
game.
apartment?
Yeah.
All right. Well, quit being a dipshit.
Yeah. So he screams for help, right? And coincidentally, not only did his neighbors hear him, but the police officers walking around his area heard him too. And so they first knock on the window, no response, right? Because they want to check to make sure everything's going okay. The officers do. And then they knock on the door, and his girlfriend answers, and she lets them in. And this is kind of how the dialogue went here is, "Are you streaming right now?" An officer asked. "Did you scream help at some point?" And so Vuzby explained to the cops that what happened and that he cried out for content is what he put it, which got a chuckle out of the officers, he says.
What a fucking dipshit.
Yeah, a little bit more lighthearted than the last one, I think. That's pretty much the end of this article, right? It's just like, this happened, it was funny. One of the cops asked for my channel tag, so he's hoping, like, he joked to make like a Vuzby and cop collab, which just sounds stupid to me. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'd be pissed off if I was that guy's neighbor. Like, I don't think I'd call the cops. Like, I'm guessing this isn't the first time this dude has been loud as shit. Help me! Shut up! I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, his neighbors didn't call the cops. The cops were just nearby when he yelled for help.
Shout out to that guy's neighbors.
Yeah, right. Like I wouldn't call for the police. I mean, I got a couple friends who are very, very loud and live in an apartment, and they're constantly always being like, not constantly, but they do get noise complaints every once in a while for screaming in a video game. But yeah, I mean, this one's a little bit a little more lighthearted, right? No one died. It's not like a swatting that happened like everywhere else in the world. If I remember correctly, a couple weeks ago you tried to play Apex Legends again. Was that correct?
Yeah, it fucking sucks. It's not fun.
Not really. I have.
I'll be honest. They added too many fucking people. They added way too many people.
Yeah.
It's like Siege. Like past year 2, there was way too many people because they all start like replaying each other. But of course, the new ones are better than the old ones. So yeah, it's just ugh.
There's a big like power creep in both games where it's like, oh, the newest person that came out is a lot better than some of the old, like same pretty much equipment as the older people, but are just way, way better now. I've recently started playing Apex Legends again, mostly just because everyone I used to play games with doesn't play games anymore. So I've been playing it with a couple of people that I talked to, and they added in just, I think yesterday, they added in like their anniversary event into the game. The worst part about it, they added spiders to the fucking game. They added spiders that you kill to get loot in one of the maps.
Yeah. Yeah, we fucked around with those. It's kind of whatever.
I hate it. I hate it so much, and I don't ever want to play that game again. But probably in like an hour and a half, I'll be playing that game again and just wanting to kill myself. So we'll see what happens, right? And then kind of last article before I want to do our Earth ambassadors, but this one doesn't really. This one's okay, I guess. I'll start with that. We're getting a 4th Star Trek movie with Chris Pine. I don't know if you were ever into those Star Trek movies or if you ever paid attention to them. Because
no.
I barely did. Right? It was like I watched the first 2 and they were okay, and then the 3rd one came out and I never went to go see it. But the only reason why I clicked on this article is because of the next little block of it for the movies, which is they're finally making 3 more Transformers movies. And I know that they're going to have complete shit stories, but it's just going to be fun to watch at the same time to see how dumb they are. The next movie that will be coming out in the Transformers, it's going to be a trilogy. So there's 3 more movies. It's going to be Transformers Rise of the Beasts, which will be coming out in 2023. And I already looked up some of the casting in it. They obviously have the original person who played Optimus Prime in the first movies. And then they also have Ron Perlman to be playing Optimus Primal, which, I mean,
he's already a better Optimus Prime. I don't give a shit about because you do it longer doesn't mean you're better.
Yeah. It's like Ron Perlman's already just like the instant I saw he was in there. It's like I'll go see that movie. I don't know if I'll go see it in theaters, but I'll go see that movie. We'll see what happens in 2023.
Is it still Michael Bay?
He is still one of the producers.
Have you seen the commercials for his new movie? That ambulance movie?
Is that the one that's like? Was it on Netflix?
No, it's coming out on theater, but it's.
Yeah.
It looks fucking boring as shit. If I'm being 100% honest.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I love cheesy action movies. I love them. That one looks like shit. One looks so bad. It doesn't look like there was any passion in it whatsoever. Like, I recently watched Bob Odenkirk's Nobody. That was super good. That was total cheesiness goodness. And then you look at the fucking trailer for the ambulance movie, and it looks like shit.
Yeah, I think I went to go see No Way Home, Spider-Man No Way Home, and that trailer popped up, and both my sister and I were just like,
Cool.
the first like after the trailer ended, we both kind of like asked each other like, "Do you have any idea what was happening during the entire trailer?" And we're both like, "Nope, we have no idea what was going on. It didn't make any sense at all." But I guess someone will find. Someone will like that movie probably. Someone fucking boring. But yeah, that's about it. The rest of this news here, by the way, on this article, because the main header was Chris Pine and company returning for new Star Trek movie and more news. The more news is Transformers and then Teen Wolf. So I'm gonna stop at Transformers for our sake. But who's your Earth ambassador for this week?
It's gonna be this Indonesian man, no name, and as I tell you why, you'll understand. 37-year-old virgin gets 6-foot string stuck in penis during botched sex game.
I'm good. I don't want to know his name.
Yeah, they don't say his name. After learning of his situations, medics attempted to dislodge the string via bladder irrigation, using a catheter to flush the urine pouch with sterile fluid, but were unsuccessful. So they sent a camera up his piss hole, and they found this 6-foot-long string.
Gross.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the game.
I still don't understand how people
get off to sounding.
To get so much stuff down there at the same time. Like,
they're sick. I don't know. Like dude, I got shampoo in there and I cried like a bitch. I don't know why you'd want to shove anything up your dick hole.
It's pain. Like, I bet it's just pain. Like, they just like feeling pain.
Yeah, there's pain and then there's that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck it, man. You stuck it up there. You have to deal with it. Get out of here.
Yeah. Just cut it off if you have to, and that's it.
Funny you mentioned that. I have another Earth ambassador. It's not the person who had this happen to him, just the parents. A boy, 9 years old, accidentally amputates his own penis with mortar and pestle. I don't know how hard you're banging away at that mortar and pestle, but buddy chopped off his penis. Mushed off? Smashed off? Mushed.
Mortared off? Oh, gosh. That just hurts. Just thinking about that hurts. I really want to know how hard he was having to smash to get that done. Do you?
I mean, I don't even want to find out. In Brazil, this is in the same article. In Brazil, President Jair Bolsonaro stated back in 2019 that 1,000 men have their penises amputated in his country each year due to lack of basic hygiene.
I mean, they have rivers, right? They have places where they can shower.
Dude, just go buy a bottle of water.
Yeah.
You never heard of a whore's bath? Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. At the same time, piss is sterile if you have to. It's disgusting, but it'll help. Probably. Maybe. It's better than getting your penis amputated in my mind, but hey. Whatever floats your boat, right?
Apparently there was also a man in Michigan who had 6 kidney beans stuck in his penis, too.
Didn't we cover that one before?
Yep. Stop sticking things in your dick. It's not cool.
Just anywhere down there. Just stop. Stuff is supposed to come out, not go in. Most of the time. There's some exceptions.
What exceptions?
Sex.
What goes into your penis during sex?
I wasn't talking about just. Well, yeah, okay. I was talking to everybody saying don't stick random shit up there.
Yeah, but it doesn't go up the urethra either. So stop sticking things in your urethra. Knock it off. It's fucking weird.
That works too.
Also, wash yourself. Dude. Anytime, like if I haven't had time for a shower, pits, dick, and asshole. Like those are the things I wash, and then I fuck off.
Yeah. I mean that should be just basic
in that order.
Yeah.
You don't go backwards.
Don't ever go backwards.
You go backwards, you're in for a bad day.
That should be like the basic stuff to clean if you don't have time or don't have the resources for some reason. But hey, here we are living in America. We have all the resources, most of the time. Is there anyone else in your list that you'd like to send up?
Nah.
Nah? Well,
Nah.
I think that these two people you can send up. So, there are good podcasts, and then there are bad podcasts, right? And then there's just the podcasts out there to make money. We're here to talk about the podcast that just wants to make money here. This is called True Crime Obsessed. Have you heard of this podcast before?
I think Presley listens to this.
Oh, well, she's gonna get a treat out of this. Fuck these people. I gotta say, these people don't make good content at all. Sorry, Presley. They kind of just here. You know what? I'm gonna send you their Patreon right now. This is their Patreon. If you want to just scroll down really fast to About True Crime Obsessed and kind of just read their little description of themselves, that'd be lovely.
Hi, we love you. We're so freaking psyched. You want to join our Patreon fam? Hello, you gorgeous non-garbage people. Okay. This is Gillian Pensalve and Patrick Hines here. We absolutely love making this podcast for you, and the fact that you love listening to it and want to support us makes us want to flip tables in the best way and literally throw the hero bell at you because we are obsessed with you. Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to make this super easy for you because we love you, and no one has time for any more bullshit in their lives.
We can just stop it kind of right there. If you'd like, you can keep reading, but just off of that little bit, what do you think of these people so far?
They don't like people who don't pay on their Patreon.
Yeah. Did you see how many patrons they have on there? Almost 50,000.
49,000. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's their lowest tier that you can see on here?
$5.
Yeah. So they're making over $200,000 a month off of this, just off their Patreon. Like, we're not talking about any sponsors, because if you join their Patreon at higher than $5, you get ad-free.
Well, you only get it at 10.
Oh, at 10?
Yeah, at 5 and 7, it's not ad-free. $10 is where you get ad-free.
I didn't even see that part. That's my bad. But I mean, sure, like, they're doing this to make a living. Understandable enough, I guess. But has Presley ever told you, or have you ever?
Oh no, there's 4 levels.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't see the 20.
I forgot that it had the little thing saying show all 4 levels or whatever. But I don't know if Presley's ever told you about what their content is or what they do, right? Like what they talk about. Pretty obvious by the name of the podcast, right? Which is True Crime. So you'd think that they talk about true crime and stuff on there. Well, they talk about true crime, but they talk about the documentaries and the series made around the actual crime that happened. So they're not talking about the crime itself. They're just talking about the series that they watched about the crime. So they're not doing any of the research, right? They're taking the research already done and then talking about them. They're talking about other people talking about true crime. That's their stuff.
I would get it if like it was like on this big people, right? Like the Holmes guy, Ted Bundy, like the big guys, because I mean we basically learned everything we're gonna learn. But I would imagine since you have a podcast full of it, you have more than that of smaller crime people. So yeah, I guess you could do your own. Sorry, just worked through that. Yeah,
you're good. they mostly go into like the main stuff, right? Like short-term crime series stuff. And if you join their Patreon, you can see them take a deeper dive into some of the longer docu-series that they go through about like true crime stuff, I guess. But how when people talk about true crime, what's normally the tone people talk about true crime in, though?
I've heard people do it excitedly. Like, there's people who legitimately get off to it.
Yeah, these people kind of do that, but they also kind of just like make fun of it at the same time. Which
how so?
True crime. If you listen to them, they're talking about it, right? They're laughing about it and they're making jokes about it, all about true crime, which is actual crime that happened, real people's lives, right?
Yeah.
And like I can understand being excited about it, wanting to talk about it, right? Loving it. Like Conan O'Brien loves true crime. He's one of those people that you said kind of gets off to it in my mind. That came out completely wrong. But these people talk about it in a way where it's like they love it so much. Like they obviously they do. It's True Crime Obsessed. That's the name of their podcast, right? But it's just in a way where it's like it's not exactly doesn't sound right. Kind of how they say it, like how they feel about it half the time, because it seems too excited, too much giddy, too like it just seems wrong. Does that make sense?
I hear you, but I like playing devil's advocate. Weren't we just laughing at a dude who just got choked out?
Is he dead?
No,
is he dead?
But it is a person's life. That's his life that almost ended.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, listen, sometimes we got to look in that mirror. Sometimes.
Here's the thing, all right? Like, I understand that we do this a lot, right? We how many times have we laughed at, like, what, George Floyd, the people at the Senate who tried to raid that place, right? All these people who got shot for doing stupid shit, right? Same thing. Like, I'm not gonna. I'm just like streaming outside just seems kind of stupid to me.
Yeah.
But like what?
No, I'm 100% with you, but I'm just saying. I mean, maybe.
Like no. Maybe. I get it. We do this a lot too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which okay. You know what? Let me get a quick reset here.
Okay.
All right. Let me do some thinking now before I talk. How about that? What I'm trying to say is like there's a little bit of a difference between what
Take your time.
No, like I agree with you where it's like we do this too. We do this. We're assholes for doing this too. I get that. I like being an asshole. But there's just a way where, first of all, lots of monetization on this side, right? Where I try not to do that as much. You caught me in a pickle here, because now I have to choose my words carefully.
Well, I mean, I think my huge thing with this is that we're not calling people non-garbage humans. Well, for being a part of our Patreon, implying that the people who don't give them money on Patreon are non-garbage humans. Never mind the fact that they're making money off of them listening to the podcast.
Yeah. What I'm trying to like differentiate from us from them right now is that like we don't have like a face on like they do. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't put on a mask and do the podcast and whatnot to like show, they're, all like this, like literally in their speech on their text, on their description. Do you know what I mean?
How is that putting on a mask? Not, to be honest with you, like I'm not trying to like bust your balls. I just genuinely don't understand.
You're good. So have you ever done this thing where it's like you're talking to someone, or you've seen someone talk to someone, and then like when they talk to someone else, it's like completely different, like they're over dramatic, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So how I like to put it is, one of my D&D friends, they are um, they're they're famous on TikTok and stuff for doing like sexual stuff, right?
Okay.
And like, so a lot of the times, like when I met her in real life, right? And they like she told me like who she was and all this stuff, like what she does, and like talking to her normally right there, totally fine. Like she sounds like a normal person. And then like she started like streaming on Twitch and stuff. So I was like, I went on there to say hi, see how she was doing, and you could hear it in like her voice and stuff of like she has like that weird like it's gonna sound
Anime
rude,
girl voice.
very slutty voice. Like it sounds like super slutty and like, you know, over dramatic and stuff like that kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm getting at, like a face, right? Like you put on this act of yourself in front of like an audience.
So then what about like people like Dr. Disrespect? Do you hate them?
I don't. The thing about Dr. Disrespect, right, is like I'm not saying what my friend does is wrong, and I'm not saying like what these people are doing is entirely wrong. It's more of just like this is a little over the top for it. Same thing with like how I'd say Dr. Disrespect at times a little over the top, right? My friend a little over the top at times, especially when she's just randomly moaning during a horror game. But it's just weird. Like the amount of excitement they show, I'm going to get back kind of to the point here now. The amount of excitement they show for like these murders that happen and how like you're super invested in something you like. Everybody likes true crime to an extent, usually. It's one of the most popular genres as a podcast and as just a series. I lost my train of thought again. I literally
You were talking about the face that these true crime people put on their podcast.
It's okay, yeah. It's too much. Like, I don't understand why everybody likes it so much, of just how over the top it is, and it just like it's fake, right? And like at times they like when they're talking about really, really sad things, it doesn't sound like they care at all.
Yeah.
Like, at least in a documentary series or like whatever about true crime, they at least put on the act of kind of feeling bad for these people. Like, these were actual people. They still have relatives that are alive. These are things that happen in living human history, right? So it's just, I guess in a way it feels kind of disrespectful. I guess that's kind of the point I wanted to get to there.
Yeah.
But, you know, like you picked my brain there and it kind of got me all messed up. So I'm trying to like rethink it how I thought. Because when I was thinking about this at the time, when I learned about this, when I kind of went into the research of these people, unlike how they don't research any of their shit, I was angry. It was kind of annoying to listen to them and like hear what they're talking about in like this way. So I guess I wasn't thinking with a full head there, and I thank you for catching me on my shitness. So
okay.
But yeah, those are my first people. Those two people. My next one is just a group of people here, which is kind of those people who always say, you know, cartoons, anime, video games, all of those are only for kids kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm really tired of hearing that. And the next person I hear that from, I'm just going to give their kid my phone, which has a game called Lust Theory on it. It's a video game. It's playable. Apparently kids can have it. Yeah, it's just a porn game. Yeah, if you think it's just for kids, I'll give it to them. So shut the fuck up. But yeah, that's what I have this week. Do you want to get some clips in?
I feel like we gotta get some like meditation in on you. We gotta get that blood pressure down, pal. We gotta get some deep breaths in.
Nah. I'm okay. I'll just take my sleep medication tonight. So,
all right. Yeah. Yeah, I got a bunch. A lot of American ones, actually.
Okay, map of the states.
I'll
get that up right now.
Where does this happen?
I don't know.
Okay. So this one's going to be on the East Coast. I guess it's technically part of the South, too. Yeah, it touches the Gulf of Mexico. Banned airline passenger spits at cop, poops in patrol car after fleeing on a motorized suitcase.
I mean, is this not Florida?
This is Florida. This is Orlando International Airport.
Okay.
She was going to New York. She was so the officer told her she appears to be too drunk to be on the flight and refused to allow her to take the flight. I don't want no beef. I'm just trying to go home and enjoy myself, she reportedly said, claiming she had consumed just 2 drinks. I think it's my favorite part about watching like Cops and Live PD. How much have you had to drink? 2 drinks? Be like, God damn, what are you drinking?
Moonshine.
Yeah, ethanol. Let's see here. He told her it's okay. You just need to go to the terminal and sober up a little bit. Get another flight, he tells the woman, who proceeds to wave her middle finger at him and unleash a stream of profanities. Fuck you, suck my dick, she shouts before taking off on her motorized luggage. We are going to have a bike Wait, what? We're going to have a bike pursuing a suitcase in a minute, the officer says as he chases the getaway suitcase on his bicycle. Oh, they're legitimately riding a bike in there. Sorry. They have, like, screenshots of the body cam. It's actually kind of funny looking.
I thought it'd be like a moped or something.
I mean, it's basically what it is.
Oh, I thought when you said bike, I was also thinking of, like, it was either going to be a bicycle where you have the pedals or it's like a moped.
Oh, no. So he's on a bicycle. This little motorized fucking scooter, I guess, is faster than a man on a bicycle. She then screamed, "Follow me and we'll roll out together." Yeah. Actually, that was the cop who told the woman that, who then appears to spit at him before he and the other officer place her in handcuffs. I've actually been through the Orlando airport. Yeah, she made it all the way to the tram, which is like the last stop before the terminal. And, oh my God. I only spit one time, she replies, before she was dragged into a patrol car in which she allegedly defecated and left about $1,200 in damage.
Gross.
I don't know how much poop, because like the back of police cars are all plastic, specifically for this reason. So I don't know how the fuck you did 11,000 or what was it? $1,200 in damage on plastic. That's a lot of poop.
See, the 2 drinks she had was actually just acid, right? So she just shit it all out and it just melted through the seat, right?
It's not looking good for old girl. Even her attorney declined to comment on the case.
Smart.
Good luck.
I feel like maybe she's probably just thrashing around back there and like just tore up some of like the seating or whatever. Guess it causes $1,200 worth of damage.
I don't know. Do you think people like the people who said police need body cams? Do you think that they're like the lawyers and defense attorneys are pissed off because like before, like if your attorney was good, they could finagle you out of anything. With body cams, they can't do shit. Like their job is basically gone.
I feel like they're.
Do you think they're pissed off at that invention, like taxi drivers and Uber?
I bet they're a little pissed, but at the same time, I guess it kind of helps because like you don't want to be defending someone who's actually guilty, right? Like sometimes that feels like a bad thing.
Well, they need defense lawyers too, but like I said, I mean, this kind of. Like, I think the whole thing, if you're a defense attorney, is to argue that there's some gray area or that they're completely innocent. And the body cameras get rid of both. Yeah, so, all right, this next one's a 2-parter. One on February 10th and the other one on February 14th. So 4 days after the first one, the second one happens. This is going to be a Midwest state. Mayor concerned ice shanties could lead to prostitution.
Huh. Interesting. Missouri? Is that Midwest?
Yeah, but that is the incorrect state. This is going to be Ohio.
Oh, there
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. The mayor of an upscale city outside of Cleveland is making headline, blah, blah, blah. Hudson Mayor Craig Schubert, no relation, during the meeting on Tuesday said he wanted to raise some data points during a discussion about whether to permit people to fish on a frozen lake. Does someone come back next year and say, I want an ice shanty on the Hudson Springs Park for an X amount of time? He said. And if then you allow ice fishing with shanties, then that leads to another problem. Prostitution. Now you've got the police chief and the other police department involved. Messages seeking comment were left with Schubert on Thursday. Schubert issued a statement on a local news station saying his comment about ice shanties and prostitution stemmed from his experience as a television news reporter covering law enforcement agencies that have arrested people for prostitution in shanties.
What's a shanty?
Like a ice fishing hut. Like it's basically like a shed that they roll out, like it's on skis, and they push it onto the lake. Part 2. Mayor quits after saying ice shanties may bring prostitution. Well, I won't read you the whole thing. It's short, but he had a resignation letter. His comments at the city council meeting had been misinterpreted. My attempt to inject a bit of dry humor to make a point about this in the midst of a cold, snowy February was grossly misunderstood.
Sure.
He didn't really seem like he was joking. I mean, he said this happens because he's like reported on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't think people who are ice fishing just fuck hookers all day. It's too cold, man. Ain't no one fucking out on the ice.
It sounds like this mayor made the same excuse as all those like YouTube pranksters. It's just a prank.
Oh, I was just kidding. Well, now you're fired.
Yeah, just get out. You're done. All right.
Yeah, even the article brings it up. He's like, yeah, he talked about how he has experience in this because he was a reporter. Yeah. Okay, so this one is going to be Australia or New Zealand. TV host can't hold it together. What? Can't hold it together after accidentally filthy wordplay. So in the video, I can't send you the video yet, but the teleprompter said couch. The woman said cooch, which is another name for vagina. So she said, my cooch is dying because my dog keeps pissing all over it. So, Australia or New Zealand?
I'm going New Zealand, dude.
This is Australia. Fucking Queenslander!
I think that because of the wordplay in this, that it'd be Australia, but I was thinking you'd try to trick me on this one. So I went with the other one.
Too much mental gymnastics. True. But even the people they're interviewing get in on the joke. It's literally like the Ron Burgundy moment where like everyone knows what's going on except for the person reading it. Mm-hmm. It's pretty funny. The co-host is fucking... I think he pissed his pants. He was laughing so hard. He just hosed down his jocks. So there's that for you. We're coming back to the United States. Another East Coast
video
one.
After the podcast.
It's pretty good. Walmart shopper throws, quote, hissy fit after being confronted over alleged shoplifting.
You said East Coast, right?
East Coast.
Okay. And Walmart, huh?
Yep. And a hissy fit.
So is this Florida again?
This is Florida again. I guess this lady didn't take notes from everyone else shoplifting, like in San Francisco and all those other places. You just fill up the cart and walk out. She filled up her cart, stood around at self-checkout for 15 minutes, and then said, oh, no, I know Kim, the manager, and I get everything for free as an employee discount. One, none of the employees recognized her. Two, there was no employee or no manager named Kim. And after that, she walked away. The self-checkout ladies were like, hey, give us back that Barbie. She walks back and then throws the Barbie square in that woman's face. So, take notes. If you're going to shoplift, at least just take off. Like, just Don't answer questions. Just leave.
I was thinking, like, why are you just waiting there if you're gonna shoplift? Just walk.
That's what I'm saying.
I
don't think you should shoplift, but I mean, if you're gonna do it, at least do it well. That's all I'm saying.
Don't try to make up an elaborate story while you're doing it.
Don't stand in self-checkout for 15 minutes.
I'm gonna stand here. I made up this great plan. I want to see if it works. So I'm gonna wait until someone talks to me to try to shoplift.
She probably watched too much Trailer Park Boys. Ricky from Trailer Park Boys would do this shit. Like, they'd get pulled over, and he's just like, yeah, you know Jim at the police station? And then, of course, the cop, oh, yeah, I know Jim. He's just like, yeah, well, we're doing an undercover thing for him, and you guys failed. So I don't know. Maybe she's just like a little soft in the brain department. She's on the loose still. Oh. So if you see that woman, don't fucking talk to her.
It's trip and drag, right?
It's what?
It's trip and drag, right?
Oh, well. Is white and blonde, so.
It does seem to work there, right?
Yeah.
We're going to have another talk with him soon and see what kind of crimes he's been up to.
Yeah. This one, this is considered the Midwest. Entire cabin reported stolen in this state.
Entire cabin, huh?
An entire cabin. A 12-foot by 28-foot cabin was reported stolen. On the maps I can find, usually it does not say like which ones are Midwest and which ones aren't. So I'm gonna take a guess here and go with is it West Virginia? No, this is Michigan. No one owns anything in West Virginia to be stolen.
I was thinking the only things out there were cabins, so
except that guy's dog's butt.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that's literally all they have. They think it was stolen between November 18th and December 16th. I don't know.
Shed, so they just picked it up and left, huh?
Apparently, it's not small. Like I said, it's 12 foot by 28 foot. It's not big, but it's not small, and it's quite long. That's what I told my wife. Yeah. All right. She found. Yeah, I was about to say she found out later that I was lying. This is a Pacific Coast region. City installs 37-foot fork, believed to be the world's tallest.
This is still the States, right?
This is still the States. It's on the Pacific Ocean.
Okay. There's not a lot of those.
Nope, you got 3.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the biggest one, California.
You're gonna hear this and you're gonna be like, "Fuck, Oregon." Yeah, it's a big ass fork. I don't know. Apparently, they put up a fork instead because in Portland, drugs are decriminalized, so people can just start shooting up H on the street. So all their candles and spoons. They didn't want the local heroin addicts to fucking steal the gigantic spoon and do a big ass hit of heroin.
That would honestly be, Guinness. You got to get on that.
The
I know
former
you don't accept weed brownies, but you can accept this one, right?
How do you feel about black tar, Mr. Guinness?
Sounds okay. Devil's lettuce, not okay.
Jazz cigarette.
I still can't believe Nation didn't hear jazz cigarettes before.
Dude, I'm not old, and it's like, dude, here's like 5 pop culture reference for you that I know you've watched.
Yeah. Come on.
The former record for the world's tallest fork is 35 feet tall in Missouri.
Huh.
Their big fork has an F on it too, in case you forgot what it was. It's a fucking fork. All right. Okay, this is another Pacific territory, or Pacific Coast state. Driver caught using plastic skeleton passenger in carpool lanes.
California.
This is Washington State.
God damn it. I actually know someone who's done this before in Utah. Maybe it's the same person.
Look,
I don't know them personally, but I saw them doing it.
If your ways to get people to stop doing stuff is by camera, then you can't really be mad at these people.
I just find it funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm with. Like, do what you got to do, man. Usually they give me some sort of like details or something. Nope. I don't know. He got pulled over by a state trooper. They stuck the skeleton in a high-vis jacket, though. So, kudos to you. I'm glad it worked till it didn't.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You think that's the other reason why people buy giant sex dolls is just so they can use it in their carpooling?
That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
Like, is that a rubber doll? It's not what you think. I just don't want to pay fines for being in this lane.
To this thing, it is.
Yeah. This is my wife. This is going to be an Asian country. 10.19 ounce strawberry breaks Guinness World Record. It is an ugly fucking strawberry, too.
I don't know where they grow strawberries. How am I supposed to know this?
I'll say Middle East. I'll narrow it down for you.
Okay.
That's the strawberry.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That thing's disgusting looking.
If you showed me that first, I would have said Japan.
It looks like a placenta.
It looks like a nuclear strawberry.
Yeah. Chernobyl.
You said Middle East?
Yeah.
Is it
I'll
Yemen?
give you. Nope. This is going to be Israel.
All right.
Sure.
Look up a picture of what Israel looks like at their freaking nature looks like over there.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really give anything else into it. Apparently, like, they just grow big strawberries, and this is the biggest.
I mean, when I look at pictures of Israel, it doesn't look like they have much other than trees. So I was like, they grow stuff?
They kind of have to. No one over there, like, wants to give them anything. So they kind of have to be self-sufficient.
So they made that.
Yeah, they're making the world's biggest strawberries, making the most out of their small land. This one's... So I got a Southwest state for you.
Okay.
Baptisms performed by this state's priest declared invalid due to the word we.
We.
Yeah, we. Like you, me, and we.
Southwest. Now, is this like normal West that we're talking about, like California, or is this still like...
No, Southwest. New Mexico, Arizona, Texas.
Yeah, I got that many, but I wasn't sure how far.
No, California.
Okay, I didn't know how far the West went. I'll go with New Mexico.
This is Arizona. In the phrase, I baptize you in the name of the Father and the Son and of the Holy Spirit, he would say, we baptize you in the name. So he... How long has he been doing this? This is the reason why I brought it up. The Vatican, I guess, even got in on this. The child fuckers came up and said, the issue with using we is that it's not the community that baptizes a person. Rather, it is Christ and him alone who presides at all of the sacraments. And so it is Jesus Christ who baptizes. That is Phoenix Bishop Thomas J. Olmsted.
Good for them.
How long does it...
That just sounds dumb. Like you used we.
I mean, he got caught in 2021. In June 2021 is when he got caught doing this. But he doesn't say. I swear to God, it's been longer.
Yeah, I feel like he's had to do this for a lot longer than just 2021, right? Or at least
so a
when
lot.
He got caught. Yeah,
a lot of people are going to hell.
Yeah.
According to Catholics, there's a fuckload of people going to hell because I'm gonna guess, he's part of the Catholic Church in Phoenix, and Phoenix is the 5th largest city in the United States. That's a lot of people burning in hell because of that guy. Nice work, Father. All right.
That's okay.
They'll
enjoy it down there. It's warm, you know.
It's basically just Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah, they're used to it.
I got 2. David Rush or not David Rush.
Okay.
Man balances 4 eggs atop one another to break Guinness World Record.
This sounds like him.
This is a guy in Yemen. Mohammed Mukbel. 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 Mukbel? I'm going to say Mukbel. Mr. Mohammed Mukbang. He balanced 4 eggs.
Nice.
Mukbang said he discovered he had a talent for balancing at a young age.
Yeah, that's a talent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I consider myself an ambitious person, and I aim to showcase my skills to the whole world one day, he said. Breaking 2 records has been a blessing, and I can't wait to attempt more in the future. What other record did he fucking break?
He broke another one?
That's what I'm saying. They don't mention anything.
I don't know this man. I don't know what other achievements he'd fucking have. What was his name again?
Mohammed Mukbel. Muqbel.
Muqbel. Well, let me see if I can find his other. Is this just on the Guinness World Records website?
Yeah.
Or is this?
Well, the source they link is a Instagram link from Guinness, so I don't know.
I don't know what his other breaking 2 records. Okay, there's that.
Probably for having the coolest fucking name ever. Mohammed Mukbel.
Probably. Is there a search I can do? I'm trying to see if I could find this guy's other achievement.
You're fine. While you're doing that, real quick, the last one of David Rush, or not David Rush, men recapture Guinness World Record for wet sponge hits.
For what? Sponge?
Wet sponge hits. It looks like they throw them at the face of the other person.
Okay. I don't think this is him.
This is him.
Wow. I found his other one, by the way.
What is it?
His other record was balancing 3 eggs.
Oh my god! Yeah. All right, what a trendsetter here.
Yeah. Next time it's gonna be 5.
This one's actually kind of cool. So David Rush got hit in the face by 51 wet sponges in 30 seconds.
How many? 51?
51 in 30 seconds. Their previous record was 43. Then it got beat by some other douchebags at 47, and then David Rush and his buddy came back with 51.
I love his face on this so much. I don't know if it's the same face he has.
Fucking hitting him right in the eyeball?
Yeah, the one in the middle.
Oh, the fucking caveman face? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. David Rush doing it for STEM. Check it out.
Yep. David Rush
USA.
for STEM.com.
Where's this? Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's still, this is a western state. Okay. Deer rescued from plastic feeder bucket.
Nebraska.
Utah. The Pleasant Grove Police Department said in a Facebook post that the witnesses reported seeing the deer during the weekend. He has now been freed from the bucket, and after a brief nap, will be back on his way.
Good,
I just put that in there because it's Utah.
Yeah, Utah's just filled with a bunch of dipshits. So.
This one's in here because they are the true number one. This country's zoo, wombat declared the oldest at age 33.
Is this an Asian country?
This is an Asian country. But which one?
Japan.
It is Japan. Japan has the oldest wombat. Fuck you, Australia. Fuck you. His name is Wayne.
Wayne.
Yeah, is the oldest. Yeah, Wayne the wombat. Dubbed the oldest ever wombat in captivity.
That's
Wayne
nice.
took the record from a male wombat that died at the age of 32 in 2017. Wombats in captivity generally live between 20 and 25 years old.
I feel like
he has cataracts in his eye, though. One-Eye Willie. One-Eye Waney. Ugh.
One-eyed snake.
Yeah, one-eyed wombat. This podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. Shaved your one-eyed wombat right now.
New Tarkov name, huh?
One-eyed wombat. What was it? Rufus Patty Melon.
Yep, there it is. I feel like a lot of these animals have the same like mentality now of like in captivity, where it's just like they're just too angry to die. Because I feel like this wombat's probably just really angry.
They're always pissed off to begin with, man.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like a lot of these animals, including like house pets, like just too angry to die. I'm pretty sure my family had like a cat that was like 20-something, 30-something years old. It was like super fucking old.
Did I tell you about my latest ASMR person that I listened to?
I don't.
They have an old dog.
Okay, probably not.
Okay, so in my strategy of finding ASMR that isn't just weird sluts licking a microphone, I've employed the technology of I find the ugly ones. Mm-hmm. And I found this one, and it's super cool. She streams for like 13 hours a day, just doing normal ASMR. And so I'm watching a VOD, and I'm just vibing out, like playing War Thunder. And in the middle of my War Thunder match, no shit, and I'm going to back away from the microphone so I don't blow out your ears like this did to mine. All you hear is... I guess she has a 16-year-old dog that's like blind and deaf and has anxiety issues. But like in the middle of ASMR where you got this thing turned up all the way and this human is whispering, this dog is in the next room just destroying eardrums. It was pretty funny.
Yeah,
I hated it at the time. It scared the shit out of me. I almost pissed my pants. Dude, it was like 4 a.m. and like this thing makes that noise. Oh shit. Oh fuck. All right, we're good. It's just in there. Like I hit pause. Like I thought like something was in my house. Oh my God. But yeah.
When you did that, by the way, Discord noise suppression really tried to like just mute you completely. So yeah. All I got was
oh, don't worry. This is Discord may try to silence me, but Audacity didn't. So, good luck.
Guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I
saw not be turning that down for you guys.
I saw the waves on that one. I scooted back pretty far. I gave a good push and a wheel away from the desk. All right, I lied. I have one more round of David Rush or not David Rush.
Okay.
The Jenga player breaks own world record in Jenga.
Okay. I don't think this is him.
This is not. This is this is a guy named Nate McEvoy, a 16-year-old boy in Wisconsin. So I guess in order to do this, a Wisconsin teenager broke his Guinness World Record by removing 32 Jenga blocks and placing them on top of the tower in 1 minute. You have to do it single-handed and put them on the top without the structure toppling over. He beat his previous record of 25. Jesus Christ.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, where you at, balancing guy?
That's what I was going to say. I want to see a race of these two trying to balance Jenga now.
Oh, see, look, he doesn't even take himself too serious. Training wasn't too difficult, but it did take a lot of practice to figure out the best way to remove the blocks quickly and efficiently. Although my hand was a little shaky, I was still able to beat my record. Yeah, nice. Take that, Yemen egg guy. He also holds the Guinness World Records for the most Lego bricks removed from a base plate and held in the hand in 30 seconds at 22. Most blindfolded passes of a fidget spinner in 1 minute? Like from finger to finger? I don't know how that works. At 125 passes in 1 minute. Most hammer flips in 1 minute, 103. And fastest time to build a 15-cup pyramid. Oh, cup stacking.
Did you ever Oh,
I guess we both experienced that. That answers my question.
Did you ever get the speed stacking cups?
I didn't, but my little brother did. And then I think I kicked his ass with like that mesh bag you'd get with him. Full of the cups. I beat him senseless with that thing. Like Full Metal Jacket soap and sock.
that was like all the rage in second grade at my school.
Yeah.
So
I remember that day.
Yeah, my parents got me them too. So I'd be at home practicing the crap out of it just because like I had it, and like, you know, don't play video games is bad for you kind of mentality from my parents, or at least my mom. So I'd just be doing that like kind of throughout the day, either that or Legos, right? And then like I'd go to school and just crush everybody, and then I was the biggest loser from then on.
I don't. Maybe this like because I know like people around my age and a little bit older know about this. Did you ever have jump rope for heart at your school? It was like a fundraiser.
I think so, because we used to do like in elementary school.
Yeah.
I think we did, because like there'd always be like every like couple months or like every year there'd be like a new like event after school, and they'd like have like a bouncy castle and a slide, and then a place where you'd like play jump rope and stuff and like win prizes and stuff. Is that kind of what it was like?
No. I mean for me it was like marathons, like people sponsor you and then you just go run.
Oh.
Like that sort of thing. This was just like a marathon of jump rope. But I didn't want to fundraise because like this was like second or third grade again.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to fundraise, so I just wanted to jump rope, and they kicked me out because I didn't have anyone give me money. I couldn't jump rope with my friends. So fucking Mr. Alex Harris, PE teacher at Independence Elementary, go fuck yourself, pal.
Yeah, fuck you, I guess. I don't know who you are. But I feel like we did have something like that or close to that, but like I just never went to them. I never went to many like after school activities like dances or anything, so I was always at home playing video games and being really, really cool, you know.
Yeah.
One interesting thing I found out today, which is my boss at UPS, she and I had the exact same I believe he was a geography teacher or history teacher in 7th grade. Apparently we both went to the same junior high, and she was only a year older than me, and we both know the same guy, and we always make fun of him at work without knowing that it was the same person we were talking about.
Was he the one diddling?
Yeah, 7th grade, Mr. Brian Freese.
Diddler.
You're technically my neighbor now because you're probably at the prison, but if you're listening to this, go fuck yourself. So there you go.
Put your phone back in your butt. Quit listening. Eat shit.
Yeah. Apparently they have computers in our prison.
Oh yeah.
There that like just like I figure a lot of them do, but like everyone's
tablets,
just allowed to just go on
gaming consoles. Yeah,
they're allowed to do whatever they want now. It's like it's no longer like phones are banned. It's just like do whatever.
Yeah, they would take tablets away from the sex offenders because they'd find a way to put kiddie porn on it.
Mm.
So
yeah, no, that's not good.
Yeah, I don't understand why they need that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm in here for methamphetamine use. Be like, oh shit. Well, here's some meth in a pipe. If you use it though, you're in trouble.
Yeah. We're here to show restraint. Here's your tablet full of child porn.
If
Don't
not,
use it.
You put your hands flat on the table. I have this here ball peen hammer. I'm gonna break your hand. All right, last one. Another American state, as opposed to, non-American states, countries. This one, I feel like you'll get. Potato Commission releases limited edition potato perfume.
Idaho?
This is Idaho.
Yeah.
The Idaho Potato Commission says the fragrance Frites by Idaho is made from distilled Idaho potatoes and essential oils, and it's designed to smell like a fresh plate of French fries.
That just sounds so great. Like, I feel like that's just super. Like, obviously, perfume's already kind of oil, right? But like, I feel like this is just gonna be like super, super oily. Bathe yourself. It's just like cooking oil.
I mean, on the bright side, it was only $1.89. And they sold out. Like, usually, like, these things are kind of expensive, like the Arby's vodka.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give a shit. They sold it for $1.89. They sold out quickly. But social media users can still enter an Instagram contest to win free bottles.
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
What do you have to do? Do you have to shove a potato in you? Oh, giveaway
right
ended.
into the go sounding with this potato.
Yeah. Take a crinkle cut from Arby's and shove it up your dick.
Oh no. Yeah, if you didn't say it was a state, it was a toss-up between Idaho and Ireland. So, but you said states, I knew which one it would have to be.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got. I'm tapped out.
I mean, we've been going for quite a while this time. So.
Yeah, it was a good sesh, good Jo sesh with the boys.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about all we got. You guys have a good day. Bye bye.
Damn.